We're on a hike here today. It is a beautiful day in November. Look at that. That is pretty cool right there. Sure is quiet. Almost looks like it was pushed across the trail. So if I get any sense that I'm unwanted or unwelcome, I will turn around and just keep paying attention and see how I feel. Lots to look at here. It's basically like a ridge. I'm on like the top of a ridge. It slopes down pretty steep on both sides. Nice branch just fell down right there. Pretty cool, just lots of interesting stuff. Really cool forest. Never been here. It's a big broken tree right there. Got a rattling leaf. Look at that, the sun. There's a nice broken tree right there. Right there. It's interesting. Some of those like grid logs laid out like grids here. I've seen that in places before. Couple leaning sticks here. That little one, and here's a couple that are crisscrossed on the ground. And then there's kind of a big one that you could argue that maybe that was put there, leaning. And maybe that one too. That's a big one. There's another leaning one just right through there. Just a number of them here. Whoops, kicked the root. Yeah, it just goes way down on that side, and there's like a valley there. You can kind of tell. It's probably hard to see through the camera. This one. Big root right there. The tree up there that's kind of leaning against one. That's interesting. There's like those two right next to each other. One here, that one kind of leaning there. Another one leaning. Another one way in there. You can kind of just see it through. Big one. Nice trail. Must be an active trail. It's really worn in. There's that big one leaning through there. I could just spend days just going off to the side, like over there, and just look around. And behind me there. How it looks in the back. Looks like a snapped tree right through there. Kind of zoom in on it. Cool, here you can kind of get a glimpse down this little valley thing. I don't know what you call this, a valley, a hollow, holler. From top of a ridge. That one's not as visible. It's a lot more on the way, but right here you can really kind of see down. That tree right there. Leaning. Lots of stuff here that is interesting. Like this. Never know. I've never been here before. I just enjoy looking at this. Looking for this stuff and seeing things and wondering if possibly Sasquatch did it. What I enjoy to do once in a while is just sit and listen, especially when it's really quiet like this without a breeze or anything. There's something tapping on a tree. There's another one. Pretty cool. A nice blue sky today. You can hear a couple little tweets there. Not completely dead silent here. And this tree is broken. Almost looks, maybe it was twisted. If you can see that. See if it'll zoom. I do see a bird right up above it doing some of that tapping. It's right up, somewhere up in there. Kind of down into that area. The holler or valley. Nice. Wouldn't mind getting a vantage point sometime and just kind of getting quiet and just watching an area like that. See what I see. A few of these that are kind of curved right here. Big broken off tree right there. So much. There's another one there. A lot of broken stuff here. And then there's this right here. That's interesting. When I see that, I feel like that really raises the possibility of the Sabe people, the forest people, having done some of that. When I see those curves like that. We call them bows or arches. And of course we're on a trail, so the forest workers cut these that go across the trail. Look at all the stuff here. Man, there's that curved arch. Lots of stuff. There. Lots and lots of interesting stuff there. A lot. There's no visibly really obvious structures or anything, but there is a lot to look at here. With all the broken trees and limbs leaning, and it could be like a postcard right here. It's just cool. All these like eyes on the trees or whatever. I don't know what that is. If they're natural or no idea. Wow. Huh. Very cool though. See that one? It's broken right there. I wonder when things are broken like up off the ground like that. What a cool little spot here though. Just look at that. Wouldn't exactly call it a structure, but maybe a few beats off. There's just big leaning stuff all over here. Even that one that's kind of through the trees. It's hard to imagine one like that one right there landing like that. I think the big end is on the top. I see that pretty often, so I don't really need to go look at it, but there's a big one right there. This little one here leaning even. Just a lot of them. I don't understand if it was done by someone, what it might mean. Look at all these broken. Might have to just take a few steps in that direction on the way back. The sun's a little bit getting low, not too low, but got a little hike left, so I'm gonna time it more on the way back with any extra trips off the trail if I have time. But I'm just past that interesting little area there. I'm just listening. I heard something. Like a vocal almost. Kind of like a dog bark sound. There was a sound down there, but man, even little guys can make quite a racket with these dry leaves, so hard to say. Interesting thing right there. Stuff just stacked in between these two trees. Trying to walk smooth, not too bumpy. And a neat little kind of an X right there. Very interesting area right here. Really thick. You can almost make out an X there too. Right there and there. That's interesting. I'd love to go in there. But it almost has that off limits feel to me, this part right here. All that. Yeah. That's interesting for sure. There's that. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Just kind of hanging up. Oh, there's a lot here. There's a lot. Look at this. Just so much. Kind of looking back at it. Really thick right there. All in there. Really thick. So much here to look at, to just speculate. speculate about. At least for me. Maybe it just looks like there's another curved one right in there. Some of this just might look like just very thick area. But then I see this curve right here. Another one back there. Bark peeled right there. A little guy over here running around. How's it going? I'm at a fork in the road. I don't know what that is because I don't think it's on the trail map. This is my trail here, according to the sign. And man, I would love to go down there. I guess I'm on a rugged trail and it's been all flat so far, so looks like we're gonna start going downhill. See how that goes. So much over here. Oh, if that could be an X that was intentionally made. If that was, ooh boy, that thing is huge. I don't know, where they intersect, it's gotta be 25 feet off the ground. I don't know the difference between valley and holler, but the trail got skinny and you can see it slopes down here. And it's so much thinned out since it's late fall. Some areas that I looked that were like this, in the middle of the year, you just cannot see a thing through something like this. So it's pretty cool. See what's down there. There was a sound. All right, I think we're on the way back on this trail. So now the sun isn't quite as directly, so now you can kind of see better. Like see what the sun is shining at. Oh boy, wow, that is interesting there. That big limb there. It almost has that twisted look to it. I've once seen this massive limb like that that was literally twisted like into a knot. Unbelievable. It's on my channel. It's like a quick video. That's what we got here. Kind of goes downhill there. Bird flying. Slight breeze, but it's really quiet. Just talked over some kind of knock sort of sound. Stop in here for a minute to sit down and listen for a little bit. Pretty sure that's a woodpecker. I think I see it right up there. That I see around here, but there's that interesting looking sort of broken tree right there. cool right here. It's sort of got this curve to it. And there's some stuff behind it and there. Got pretty cool. It looks like the trail kind of goes to like a creek bed down here. Wow, that is cool. I was starting to see that coming down and was thinking, boy, it would be kind of cool to check out a creek for a minute. Can't see much with all the leaves as far as, you know, evidence on the ground of any sort of anything, any type of footprints or whatever, but ooh, look at that tree there. Okay. I almost feel like places like this are sort of middle of the night playgrounds for the forest people. Look at this area. So, wow. Look at that one. That is interesting. So is that this right here? See the root? A lot of stuff pushed across this trail here. Man, so look at how this opens up. Wow. How cool is this? I don't know where the trail goes, but check this out for a minute. Oh, look at that down there. Gotta just do a quick detour here. Look at this. Wow. I would imagine sometimes this is all water. There's still a little bit there. Look how it goes down there. I just did a video exploring a creek bed like this. Really fun. Look at those rocks stacked up there. Wow. That is so cool. All these flat rocks down there. Almost shaped like a Indian head. I don't think it is one, but pretty cool. This place. It's cool too. It's a little warm today, surprisingly, and it's like air conditioned down here. Wow, look at that. Like little, whoa. It's like a seat right there. It's like a little bench. Look at that. How cool is that? a little rain shelter if you needed it. Maybe you could fit there, lay across. I might get nervous though, but how cool is that? All those rocks, big tree here. Better not get too distracted here. I could just stay down here for hours. Wow, there's like a little wooden bench right there. That's cool. Like a little thing to walk across, I guess. So maybe there's a trail. Huh. Look at this. Can't help but wonder. Oh, there's a froggy. There he goes. Gosh. It just goes on and on. Tell you what, it's like air conditioned down here. Neat little kind of little area here. Look at that. Huh. So if I had a few hours, I would love to go just straight down there. Look at that. So that must be what this little bridge thing is. Pretty cool. You can see it right there, like a little, maybe it gets wet right there and they step over water. It's too cool with all these vine things and I did have to walk a little ways down this just to take a look. Started wondering, like, could this be the trail? But I'm pretty sure it was circling back where I was. We'll find out. And I have a flashlight just in case. There's a beautiful bend right there. Look at all this. The bummer with having this many leaves on the ground, you can't really hear stuff. think we'll turn around right up here. Here's to the left and kind of see the hill, the ridge up there. Where it came from. Look at that cool trail. This is the trail, and I think I definitely picked a good place to turn around, looking at that. Believe me, I would love to just keep going and seeing what's back there, but you know, that tree right there. And this one wasn't chopped up by the Forest Service, so I presume this is an area that people do not hike. At least it's not like a sanctioned hiking trail or whatever. Pretty cool, right above that, roots right there. But yeah, gosh, I see something like that and the curiosity in me almost kills me. What is back there? But I also want to be respectful out here of those that live here. That's that. I can imagine a lot of thoughts about this trail right here. Kind of magical or whatever else. Sun is still bright. Down here it's kind of like shade, but still bright up there. That was a heck of a woodpecker. Man, that's just a powerful sounding jet, huh? So cool. I can't imagine in the summer when they have leaves. I assume they do. There's something like twisted around. Maybe it grew that way. Right there. Pretty cool. stuff going on here. That tree up there looks pretty interesting, all broken up. And that one's curved. And there's that one up there. That right there looks quite intentional, if you ask me. It's hard to see it, but just that little bunch there kind of looks like some things were placed, and also there too. Something a little bit unnatural looking about those. Just take this way up. Well, actually, no, I won't, because I came this way. I don't want to get lost. Look at this amazing creek bed. Pretty rock, like a bluish gray. I wish there was some nice mud right here. Love to look for different types of footprints. Here's that part. It looked much more interesting from far away. From far away, it looked almost like caves, but still cool. Let's little look at this initial open area where I first started out on this little creek bed exploration. You can see if you look across, it's almost like there's another creek over there or something, because the hill doesn't start for like 50 yards or more. And then we go back here, you can see where they cut for the trail. All these leaning trees and stuff. It's really cool. That big one up there, the big curved one, and broken ones. Just oh man, there's a lot of logs that look like they've gone across this path. Hey, maybe it's just the bottom of the valley, so to speak, and how it goes. Who knows? Look at all that stuff. That creek looks so tempting. So stick with the trail, not get lost. A little up the trail, there's a broken tree there. You can see that little one. There's just all sorts of stuff here. And it is quiet. Going across the trail. My goodness. Does it mean something? I mean, obviously people are hiking through. I mean, it's a hiking trail in a big state park. So twice now I've been talking and I heard something. Sort of dog bark-ish type of sound. I don't think I could stick it out, but I would love to sit down the bottom of one of these one night, light a fire, one of these creek beds and just sit and listen. I don't know if I could do it though. It's a different place when the sun goes down. Another one right here. That looks pretty old, so it's hard to say, right? Wow, though. These look cool. That bend is interesting. You wonder, can that happen naturally from that big log landing, or could that have been encouraged by hands? Because the way that it's still tucked under there, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of unlikely that it would land and hold it down. Look at I mean, so then with that in mind, you look at both of these. Makes you wonder. Pretty cool through there, little valley kind of thing. Where it came from. So many things to look at and speculate about. I love doing that. There's a broken tree. The fresh air, little exercise. Just, you know, come out and explore this stuff and just wonder, you know, what did that? If someone did that, why would they do it? Does it mean something? Is it art? For fun? Behind me. Stop and do that for a second. Wow. That's kind of cool, huh? Kind of like a tuning fork or something. Look at that stick up in the tree there. Right there, just sideways. Just hanging there. That big curved, it's pretty cool. More across the trail. Forest people, the forest workers, like of the Park Service, they had their work cut out for them. All these. A lot of these too, right along the trail. I mean, I suppose the big fall could cause that too. Another curved tree right in there. I wonder if I mean, that looks like impossible to bend. Not saying it is, but I wonder if it was younger, and then it's just unlikely that it would grow like that, I think. What those are, white birch or something? Pretty cool. Sort of stand out back there. tiny little creek thing here. Sure, it's somebody over there. I think I heard like a squirrel run by. There they go. Checking out that big broken tree there. Look at that nice arch. And there's this branch way up here. Right there. Or tree top. It's way up there. Way above my head. See it from this way. More of these vine things. A little more bear trail, so it's not quite as loud. I'm trying to step on the bare spots to be quiet. Oh, here comes the leaves. Now that I just said that, just so much to look at. If you're into this kind of thing, there's another one that looks kind of maybe pinned down like an arch. That one maybe used to be one, and somebody running up that hill there. I wouldn't want it to be too close, but I'd love to see like a mountain lion or something cool like that. Pretty sweet little valley or holler. That was two pretty good taps there. Sounded louder than a woodpecker. If you heard that. Look at this though. This open area. I'm heading right towards where those sounds just came from because that's where the trail goes. There it is. Maybe it is a woodpecker. Okay. Man, I don't know if I caught that right when I was hitting stop. I heard a sound that one actually did sound like a single knock kind of a sound. Right when I hit pause. I'll see if I got it. Cool looking, it's like an upside down V right there. Not sure what that is. Old tree. Another one of those little valleys. Or whatever. A valley or holler. Somebody will correct me, I'm sure. Maybe I'll look it up if I think about it. Almost think I smell corn. Like, I don't know if you're into racing, like E85 fuel. I don't know about you, but I get the feeling, say you came down here at night, spent some nights down here, if you had the kahunas to do so. Just listen to what that was. You might hear some stuff down here, I think, or in this area. Maybe not, but maybe. Pretty cool moss-covered log. That looks nice. Got some leaves that are just hanging on. A couple good breezes, and that's the end of their season. There are so many of these across the trail. There's one behind. There's one there. I haven't spent my whole life down the bottom of these hollers or valleys, so you tell me, what do you think? Is this just normal? Is this a lot of them, or is this just kind of the average amount that you've seen? I guess that would also beg the question that maybe if it was Sasquatch doing this and someone else grew up in a valley with Sasquatch, they'd say the same thing and think it was normal. So I guess it's, yeah, you'd probably have to look for other things around to explore that. And just kind of, I guess, just make up your own mind. Some of these things, it feels like they're hard to answer definitively, but with or without a black and white yes or no, I still like just exploring like this, as I said. It's another one of those. See, now when I see that curved thing, for me, that makes me think that they did that in this broken, that little one there that's broken, possibly that one next to it that's snapped. But the curved thing, I just, thinking of how pliable wood is, I just don't see a big log falling and pinning that down and it curving. It would snap, I would think. So you can see it through there as I walk along, kind of next to that big tree. Bark ripped off on that, huh? Well, I guess we're sort of in a creek bed. That's interesting. Some of these trees are just really old and all the bark's gone, and it's broken right there. That thing's cool looking, this tree here. Wow, it's like an old pine tree with, I don't know, is that a pine tree? The bottom of it's, I don't know, it's wild. More, more logs across the trail. Here's one of those benches again. I almost feel like I just heard slithering. That's cool. The trail's right here, so I don't know. I like it though. It'd be maybe just during parts of the year you gotta just get over there to get across this water here. It's like sort of a creek. This is natural. It's like almost a perfect square. All rocky. It's that big open, whatever you call it, holler valley. Pausing for a minute on this little bridge. A few different little animal sounds going on. know what that is. That right there. Hopefully you're enjoying listening, especially if you're not able to get out to places like this. I've heard hunters tell me, because I've never hunted, how they'll sit somewhere for a while and eventually they kind of blend in because they haven't moved and made noise, and then you'll hear more stuff kind of coming back to life. I cannot imagine that I'm not being observed by I don't know what, but with all these vantage points around me, all directions, because I'm sort of down the bottom, all around. You know the deal, there's more of those. I feel like some of these creek views almost could make a postcard. I can see why a lot of people have taken this route. Probably just parallel the trail, follow the creek for a bit. You can really see it this time of year. Not so much when all the leaves are here. That green moss, huh? That's pretty. All kinds of stuff on that hill. I knew the uphill part was coming. Nice vantage point. Really thick right here. Because it's so wide down there. One just curved tree. I don't see any other ones like that. Kind of cool. That's pretty cool looking there. Broken way up. Log right here overlooking that. Kind of overlooking over there too. That'd be a sweet spot to hang out for a bit. Just blend in and listen. Sun is starting to get low. That color. That's the trail I went down, and that's the one I came back. Pretty cool. We're back where there's no more hills. Look at this.